Yeah, shall we start? Only 10 or 12 people. Huh? What happened? Testing. On the way. Okay. So yesterday we started the second unit. Anna. We have defined attitude. Today we will see the components of attitude. Okay. We start from here. The components. So we have given, have we taken the definition for attitude? We have written, no? We have done that. Yesterday we have finished. Is it cold here also? Here, you feel cold? Okay, so see, for this we'll draw a diagram for the components. Is this color visible there? Pink color. Not visible. No, color is visible now. My handwriting will not be visible, I will tell you. Now it is visible. Take down this diagram. Any word if you don't understand, please ask me. Behavioral component, predisposition to act. PREDISPOSITION. Which one? Issues. No, it is completely. Let me put it in a separate. I'll explain that, okay? Feelings or emotions. Let me know after doing this diagram.
Ma'am, what is written there in the left side, top corner?
Cognitive component. This one, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday, have you went home and see the old question, the first unit questions? So how did you feel? Is it easy or tough? Yesterday, we were discussing questions here. No, you can write. It doesn't mean you have to only draw the diagram. So it's better like if you fill your answers with some smart work. So like diagrams, flow charts and all. You'll add up your marks. No, that's why I am giving that technique because one of my student, I used to take public administration also. I think you know that popular person, Mohanty sir. So I was his student and I was studying my public administration also. So I used to take there also. So what happened? He used to give the best students answer sheet to me to correct. So one time I corrected a girl's answer sheet. She did every questions through flowchart. Every question, whatever she attempted, she did it through flowchart manner. No sentence was there in the answers, but it was pretty good. Like she did it in the very perfect manner. So I appreciated her. I wrote in the paper only that you will be a topper. She also scored the top marks in public administration. At that time, it was very tough to score 200 marks even for public administration. So she did very well. That's why I thought like if my students do in ethics also, it is better.
Then what is written on the top of the left corner magnitude component?
Which one? This
Uh,
are here.
on the belief, opinions.
Your voice is not clear at all. Only for my ear it is like this or for you also? Please be clear. Come again. Which one you require?
Ma'am, on the top corner of the left side,
Thoughts,
thoughts of magnitude component.
beliefs. Here, below.
Ma'am, he is asking about top corner left.
This one, cognitive component. Cognitive. COGNITIV. Done? Shall we start? Okay. So this is a diagram which is representing the components of attitude. As we know, attitude means the way we are thinking about certain thing. It can be of anything. It can be. So we just give a name called attitude object for that. Okay. It may be a person. It may be an object. It may be of issue. So here, yesterday we discussed about the forest man of India. You would have known that Jadhav Payeng. So how he handled that issue. Okay. So see here, there are three components. This is the component of attitude. One is cognitive component, and second is affective or emotional component, and then the behavioral component. So attitude itself is consisting of three. It's not a single word. So how this cognitive component works? Like when we are trying to see something or hear about something, or when we are trying to face something, so we collect some information. Already we have that knowledge structures. We already have built up some information in our, we have a data bank, in our memory. So we just connect it with that particular object to our value systems. Okay, see, we try to access that information and then we collect some data regarding that particular object or person, place or particular problem. We collect some information. Then the affective component or emotional component. It doesn't mean that it has to work out in the same, in this order only. First, let me explain, then I will tell you. So affective or emotional component means it is related to the feelings or emotions. Sometimes our emotions may trigger some attitude towards something. Okay. So this is another component of emotion. So then we get a feeling of positive or negative or neutral. These are the three main feelings which we get. Now, if we get other feelings, then we are not psychologically stable person. So it either we get positive feeling or a negative feeling, or we don't get some feeling at all regarding that particular object. Then we try to act in a certain manner. We form certain steps. Okay, fine. There is an issue. I want to ask Jadhav Payeng. The snakes has died. He has collected information. No, he compared it. So he saw that it is an issue. Okay, because a lot of reptiles has died. So there might be some issues or some lives are lost. Okay, then he went and then interacted with the people. He thought he has to find a solution. Okay. And then he thought what he has to do. Okay. So he thought he has to plant the trees. He acted towards that issue. These are the components of attitude. You can also take some other example. Like, a person walking near a seashore. He finds a starfish lying outside, right? Now, this starfish, if it is lying for longer time, longer duration outside, when the sun comes out, definitely it is going to die. It's not moving inside. So what he will do? So this is the issue he has seen, right? So let us consider that person. Suppose he has had a bad experience with some other places where some starfish might have stung him and he might got admitted. There are also dangerous and poisonous creatures. So what happens? Either although he's a good person, he doesn't have a bad, since he had a bad experience. Okay. So he doesn't want to, okay. So see, he doesn't want to go near that starfish, even though he knows that it is going to die. He has got a bad experience. Because of that, he might have formed a negative feeling. So he doesn't want to act against it. So he stays neutral. Only in this class it is happening like that, or in all the classes? Huh? Only in our class. Okay, somebody doesn't like ethics. So he derives some steps. What he has to do? Whether he can leave the starfish, either he wants to do it, or he devises some other plan. He gets a negative feeling. If he gets a positive, even though he had a bad experience, then he wants to save a life. If it is like that, then he may devise a plan accordingly. Okay, so this is called as components of emotions. We will see that this does not appear in the same order. When we are going to formation of attitude, we will understand sometimes we never think from mind. Okay, we never use our cognitive components. We only use our affective components, the emotions, right, to form the attitude. Okay, so now we will go to the types of attitude. Did you understand the components of emotions? There are three components. One is the cognitive component. Second is the affective, which is connected to your feelings or emotions. Sometimes without even the cognition, the feelings will come to act when you're forming an attitude. We itself we doesn't know anybody. Sometimes we have a positive feeling towards them. So this and all, because our emotions are triggered. The emotion which is there already stored in our unconscious mind. Okay, that we will study because this was given by Sigmund Freud. We will connect Sigmund Freud theory and I'll teach you this. So these are the three components. Take notes for that three component, then we'll move to the formation of attitude. Before the types we will see, then we'll go to the formation. Okay. So take the definition. Cognitive component. The components, have we done the diagram finished? No, from there you write cognitive component. So what is cognitive component? The cognitive component of attitude. The cognitive component of attitude. The cognitive component of attitude refers to the cognitive component of attitude refers to the beliefs, thoughts. The cognitive component of attitude refers to the beliefs, thoughts, and attitudes we associate attitudes, etc. Just give opinions, beliefs, all this will come, okay, etc. with we associate with, etc. We associate with an object. We associate with an attitude object. So you know what is meant by attitude object, right? Yesterday we have taken in our definition. So need not mention that. Associate with an attitude object. Okay. That helps to form an opinion or judgment about the object. That helps to form an opinion or judgment of the object. Okay. Opinion or judgment of the object. So now you understand the cognitive component means here our beliefs, our opinions, our attitudes, whatever things we have collected so far, which we call as knowledge structures, which are there in our brain. It is stored there. No, unknowingly, it will get triggered from our subconscious brain, which we can retrieve and we can compare it with this. And then we come to a conclusion. We form an opinion related to that object. So the perception of the object, we perceive the object, we perceive some information about the object, we compare it, then we form an idea, opinion about the object. Then our emotional component will comes into play. Second, okay. So the emotional component, otherwise called as affective component, what it is, it refers to opinion or judgment. Opinion or judgment. That's it. Emotional component, it refers to feelings or emotions. It refers to feelings or emotions. It refers to feelings or emotions linked to an object, linked to an attitude object. Feelings or emotions linked to an attitude object. Feelings or emotions linked to an attitude object. Linked to an attitude object. Okay. Behavioral component. Behavioral component. It refers to a tendency. It refers to a tendency. ORR. It refers to a tendency or a predisposition. PREDISPOSITION. To act. Predisposition to act in a certain manner. Okay. Predisposition to act in a certain manner. It is not acting. The idea which you form that I have to act in this manner, that is called behavioral component of attitude. Okay. Still that is in an idea. It is not implemented. Okay. So that's why we have three components. Now we'll go to the types of attitude. Okay. Types. The idea which you form, before acting, you have some idea that I have to behave in this manner. You prepare yourself. That is called predisposition, right? Types of attitude. Types. What are the types? Yes, any of you? How many types of attitude do you know? Huh? Positive. Yes, positive attitude. Just draw this with us, huh? You know smiley faces, no? You can draw on your own. Positive attitude. positive. Last 3 years questions was from this section. Okay, negative, neutral, dual, are ambivalent. Second. Yes. So what is positive attitude? What positive attitude will do for a person? What are the benefits of having positive attitude? That way you have to see this types of attitude, especially the positive attitude. So, okay. So we'll write some characters of positive attitude. Okay. So what are those positive attitudes character? Staying positive, optimistic in character. Yes. Then anything? Creative, flexible. Okay. Sicken, not sicka, sicken. S-I-K-K-E-N. Sicken. I'll explain everything. So creative, innovative, flexible. Okay, like this we can give, you can add on the characters, the traits found in the positive attitude people. See, it doesn't mean always you will be staying positive. You know, no one can do that. Always I'll be happy. Even if I'm kicked out of my house, I'll be staying happy. It doesn't mean like that. Sometimes we also get negative attitude, but most of the time these people are having positive attitude towards things. Okay, that is why we mentioned these people as positive attitude people. So what type of character they would be? They always try to learn from the mistakes which they have committed. They never think that mistakes, no, they consider this as a stepping stone for success. Okay, so they learn from mistakes. They never complain other people. Even if we are talking about the other people, they always see the positive side of them and they never talk about the negative side of others. Okay, even if they're having a bit positive, they used to say, "Hare, this person is having this character. You know, we can appreciate that at least. We can utilize those that character of that person." So sometimes you might have encountered this. Some of your team leader in schools or colleges, when organizing some programs, definitely if he is of a positive attitude person, you will see the positive thing of a person and then you will allot that thing to that person, right? So these are some of the characters of positive attitude person. So what types of questions may occur is that how this positive attitude persons, what are the ways to develop positive attitude in person? Because these two will always be in questions. Negative attitude, on the other hand, if you see negative attitude, what type of character these people will be? Always trying to complain about other things, about people. Okay, seeing the negative side of people. And if there is something mistake has been done, they don't want to continue further. You know, they feel sad, they feel depressed, they feel that everything is lost. So they don't know, they think as if they're suffocating, as they have been locked up in a room. They don't know how to find a way out. So these types of people are called negative attitude people. So the characters found in these types of people, yes, please. Anger, louder. Pessimistic. Jealousy. Yes, lack of confidence. Inferiority. Yes. Fear. Fear for everything. So they don't want to start anything new. So very much fearful. These are some of the characters of negative attitude people. So sometimes nowadays they are asking questions like, how will you develop positive attitude in people? How will you develop positive attitude in people? So, suggest some measures, suggest some ways how you can develop positive attitude in people. Yes. Have we done that?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you read out the left side, please? That is not visible clearly.
This one.
Yes, ma'am. Positive, optimistic.
Positive, optimistic, creative, innovative, flexible, determined, happy, confident, like that. You can add some values. Yes. What is your question? Anger may be sometimes positive. You yourself said the answer. Sometimes it is positive. Most of the times you see those people who are having negative attitude, they don't want to accept their failure. So what they will do, they will express anger for that. You might have watched even in your family, some members have this habit. If they're doing some mistakes, if they're some people is trying to notify it, they will become very angry only. They don't want to accept it. Especially take the father or mother. Some cases, some family mother used to do that. Some family father used to do that. Okay. Because they don't want to accept and correct themselves. But on the other hand, positive attitude people will accept it. Whatever they have done, they will accept it calmly, quietly, if the wrong is from their side, and they will correct it. Okay. So that's the difference between these two people. That means positive attitude people they will never become angry. It doesn't mean like that. Okay. They also, but sometimes for the required situations, they will express anger. Done? Yes. So shall we move? How we will turn this negative attitude people to a positive attitude one? Showing them good side of act. Okay. By motivation. Can we change them by motivation?
Ma'am, overhauling their attitude by making them understand the positive side.
So you are saying that you have to teach them. You have to be patient and make them understand that what they have done is wrong. Okay. So see, these are some of the ways that we can do that. First is behavior change strategy, which we have to follow. A lot of behavior change strategies are there. We have a lot of programs for that related to behavior change. So what gives some program for that, for changing from the young age? What program we do have? I have already said in class. And what you said, I am mentioning in keyword. Okay. See, this is the difference between writing and mentioning a keyword. Some people ask me that how I have to connect keyword in the answers. Okay. Social learning techniques. As you said, we are making them understand by observation, by teaching. Social learning techniques. We call this a social learning technique. So what are the schemes which are available for behavior change? Already we discussed. Anyone? Why no answers? What was that scheme? You should write and keep. Have you written or not? Saksham scheme. Write this. So far, only one scheme is there. If there any other new scheme comes, then please note it. Okay. So behavior change for boys is only through Saksham. And for girls, there is a scheme that is called Sabla, but especially it is not done for behavior change. It is for health and nutrition and for sanitation related scheme. It is Sabla. Okay. And empowering the girl children. For that we have in 2013, Saksham was introduced. Okay. Especially to change the adolescent boys mentality, to change their attitude towards the society, towards the other gender. Okay. Then you can also add, yesterday we had this point. Do you remember sustainable education in schooling? In this way, we can change the mentality of the people also, the way they think, the way they see the world. Sustainable education. In schooling. These are some of the ways that we are trying to change the mentality of the people, the common man. Okay, these are some of the ways. Even awareness program you can bring.
Ma'am, cinemas and street play.
the best programs, through awareness campaigns or awareness programs means, like as he has said, we can also change the mentality of the people through social medias. Okay, medias and social medias. As soon as I see this name, I remember something. What is this called? There is 3 words. Okay. Smishing. I don't know, remember properly. Something like this. Have you noted anywhere? Social medias and medias. Okay, even some school. In the schools also, we can conduct some programs like this. In the dramas, in the form of dramas. Okay. And we have discussed all this already. So these are some of the ways. Huh? Yes. So how? What? In the early age? Yeah. So the way the parents bring up the children, you are saying that appreciation should be given to the children if they are doing something good in that manner, no? Rewards, like how we give treats to dogs. Instrumental conditioning. This for small children especially. So when we are trying to change their behavior, this is also a pattern of behavior change only. Okay. So I'll explain this word. We are going to see today, okay? In the formation of attitude, these words will come. What is this? Have you seen anywhere this fishing, wishing, smishing? Okay, good. Then other things? Because very recently a businessman has lost 50 lakh rupees from his account. That how? Through wishing, means through fraudulent phone calls. So like way fraudulent text messages. Okay, so these are some of the terms which you have to look into if it comes in the paper, because in current affairs they may ask related to computer knowledge. No, they may. So keep in touch with that. So he doesn't know how he lost itself. So these are some of the ways we can improve the mentality of the people. We can change from negative to positive. Okay. Then how we can change a civil servant. Now the question is for you, how you will change a civil servant who is having a negative mentality to perform in the positive way. What are the ways we can, or what are the ways we can stop the negative mentality of the people who are in service, who are in public service? You are going to tell now. Frame point by point. Negative attitude may? Why?
Special programs, awareness programs conducted by the government for the civil.
You can mention about some special trainings, okay, and programs through training only, right? Mandatory training, not only training, mandatory training, because training means they will always skip. So don't say that as you enter the service, you always be in negative attitude. Because there is a pressure. You will face pressure from various directions when you enter into a service. Okay, you go with full of positive attitude, full positive attitude. Then the moment you enter and you are posted in a district, then only you know the seat is in fire. It is not happy to be there, but you have to conduct your work. So how you will do it? Now you see instrumental conditioning, you can mention here. How we are going to bring this change of mentality through instrumental conditioning? Rewards. Okay. Rewards and promotions for honest officers. This is not yet recognized in India. Have we? We are not doing. If he is very honest, he has to transfer till his lifetime. 28 times transfers. So this is like a award which we are granting to that person. So this mentality has to be changed. Then punishments for those who are not honest, those who are corrupted, those officers has to be punished. Either they have to be demoted, okay, or they have to be punished by law faster. This is the main problem in service. What happens, it takes a lot of time to get punished. There are a lot of safety mechanisms to safeguard the officers. So that has to be relieved a bit, and then they have to be punished. Now the mentality changes. Automatically you change. Previously you had a positive attitude and acted for the interest of the people only. Then you did not get anything from the government. No appreciation, nothing. At least your life should not be disturbed, but your life is disturbed in many ways. Now what happened? Automatically you will change the mentality from positive to negative. You think, why I have to act for the interest of people? Let me act in my own interest. And at least I will live happily. My family lives happily. So this mentality has to be changed. Reform, restructure the organization itself. Now organization structure has to be reformed and restructured. That is important. So then develop emotional intelligence in officers. This will change the mentality of the people from negative to positive. Emotional intelligence training. Emotional intelligence. Not only that, along with this, you can also develop CQ, PQ, AQ, SQ. What are these Qs? Standing in line. Quotient. Quotient. What? Very good. So what quotient it is? Attitudinal. Okay. C, curiosity quotient. Okay. Nowadays, there was one program which was introduced which was supporting all this quotient. Do you know that? It was introduced long back. Okay, 2018 or 17, they have introduced this program. I don't know how many of you know that. Mission Karma Yogi was that program. This government only introduced, especially for the public service, civil service officers. So in this, according to this program, they said that the officer not only should have IQ. You are studying for your IQ, intelligence quotient. You are not studying for EQ. That is why they introduced ethics. At least now the people should change the mentality. They handle the situations. That's why case study was introduced to you. You may ask, see, I am not an officer. Why are you asking me to solve an officer's type of case study? Thing is that now itself you are thinking, what are the ways I can solve this problem? If there is a problem, there will be a problem. If I go into this particular position, then how will I handle it? So that's why we have introduced a lot of topics like emotional intelligence also for you. So now you get an idea. Then you go to the induction training. Now in the induction training also you have this program. That is curiosity quotients. The way a person, an officer has to think in an innovative manner. Okay. So not in the traditional setup, not in the traditional way, or not asking the seniors for solution. Every time you cannot call and ask, what should I do? So you should act on your own. Curiosity quotient. Personality quotient. That is checked in interview session for you. Personality quotient. AQ. Adversity quotient. How you are handling the stress. So AQ is also checked in your interview session. Again, in the training also you'll be provided training for this. And spiritual quotient. Spiritual quotient. That you only have to develop. So how you are doing the meditation sessions and all, it's not related to religion. It is related to your mind, taming of your mind. How well you can tame your mind? How can you control? How much concentration you do have? So how much time you are taking to study your subjects? That is one factor we can measure your spiritual quotient. How much time you are taking to study a subject? Question is to you. Now, some question I will ask, I will answer myself. This question is for you, no? You have to tell me. How much time you are taking to study your... okay, I will ask in this manner. We will change. How much time you are taking to gain concentration? You sit, you open the book, you have to concentrate in the book. No, then only everything goes into your mind. There is some time lag for you, no? To get 30 minutes. For some, 2 hours. For some, day. Never. No, they read the book continuously, but nothing will be there in the mind. That is the difference. That is the difference. If you see the top scorers, you just ask them the question like this. Don't ask them how much hour you study. You ask them how much hour you will take to concentrate. That is the difference. So if you concentrate in 5 minutes, then you are already in the position. You are already having high SQ, that we train for the children's. So there are some techniques. In Zen Buddhism also, they try to train you in this manner only. Right? So these are some of the methods we can change the mentality of the officers. Last year, there was a question. They asked like, a negative-minded officer and a positive-minded officer. They have considered like this. They told that the rules, regulations, everything are same for both. Every officers receive the same kind of rules and regulations. Why some officers are able to achieve success? That is, the positive-minded officers are able to achieve success. They are interpreting the situation in the proper way and they are trying to implement the scheme and achieving success. On the other hand, negative-minded officers are not able to do so. Okay, illustrate with the example. This is the question. So how will you write the answer? Only gaining the basic knowledge from the classes. Okay, then you have to develop that is why they are seeing the creativity of you. How creative you are. So that cannot be brought by that only a teacher can guide. Teacher cannot open your mind or skull and put some creative magic inside it and ask you to write in this manner. You have to think to become creative. Done. So these are some of the two ways that we can discuss. Even you can also write proactive approach. This I forgot. Proactive approach. What is this proactive approach, students? For officers. Okay. So especially, how will you act before it is happening? That means you are foreseeing the future. How you will foresee the future? You are an officer, you are allotted for that particular district. You are sitting in your room. There is some room given for you. Then you will sit in your place, in your seat. You never want to go to the district to visit what is happening in your district. How will you know that? How can you stop something which is going to happen? How will you learn the people's mind, mentality, responsiveness? You never know it. So then how can you be success? Yeah, so that's why we are going for proactive approach. Anna, so you have to Especially other than all these things, they are asking you to do field visit. Now in the mission Karma Yogi itself, they have mentioned that you have to do field visit. Go to the field. Why are you in your office? You are saying that I'll refer the previous year things, then I will just try to frame such things. This and all some of the techniques which you use. But the thing is that you have to meet the people. Field visit, okay, is important in order to understand and learn. So they say that half the things has to be done as office work and half day you have to be in your field. This way Mission Karma Yogi has introduced a solution for that. Okay, when you visit the people, what happens? Your mentality changes. When you're in office, you are in a different mentality. When you go and interact with the people, now you try to change a bit, right? So from even if you're negative minded, you will change to a positive minded officers at sometimes. So this proactive approach also you can mention under changing of mentality of the officers, right? You can also add some more points in that, right? Even role based and rule based like this, you can add some points. And we have not completed this, types of attitude. We have done only two, positive and negative. What is this neutral? Give example for neutral. No, not in the positive negative way. That means, yes, louder. Not thinking emotionally.
Indifferent people.
Indifferent people, good. So these people are indifferent to the issues. Okay. You might have some people in your groups itself. Whatever you say to them, they will see the sky like this. And they will see the land like this, as if there is some gold part inside the land. Even in family, there will be some people like this, always in the yogic nature, statue, sitting like this, as if they are going to attain nirvana. That is different. They will never do that. But the thing is that they was not attached to things. Okay, sometimes we are like that. Sometimes we don't want to get involved in. Yes?
Stoic people.
Very good. So like this, indifferent people. Indifference are non-attached, we can say. So they are not attached with anything. So these types of people are also existing among us. So whatever issues or whatever thing happens, any new person comes inside, they don't want to care about it. Even in some films, they would say, son gets married and this daughter-in-law comes inside, this person will see, watch the TV. Okay, hi. Bye. Dual and ambivalent. So these types, not favorable. Okay, non-favorable attitude. For a civil servant especially, then dual or ambivalent, because all these we are studying with relation to civil servant only, okay, civil service. Ambivalent attitude, dual or ambivalent?
Almost doubtful.
Doubtful, very good. You have some friends, they will call you over video call. What should I wear for the party? White color or red color? Then, okay, so you choose the dress, then they will come for the shoe. Which color? Black or white? Again, choose for me. Anna, always you're confused, in a confused mentality. If you're confused for a few times, it's normal. But always you are, anything you do, okay, even eating the food, whether I should eat this or whether I should eat that, your mother and father will choose for you. So this is something called dual or ambivalent attitude. You're in a confused nature. So this is good for sometimes, a few times, but if it is there continuously with you, please go and check a psychologist. That's suggestible. I am telling truth. Second attitude, this is a disease attitude. It's like a disease. We said, no, we have to treat drug addicts, suicide people as a disease people. Same way, these people has to be treated in the hospital. Sicken, totally, completely neutral. Okay, deep-rooted in their mind, in their mentality. You would have seen these types of people waiting for fight. They will wait. Today, no fight. I feel my hands are shaking. Like the drug addicts, they will be waiting for fights. Have you watched these types of people? Here in Delhi also, you can see parking fight. Nowadays they're killing for parking and all. They will wait for fight with other people because they don't want a peaceful mentality at all. No peaceful stature these people do have. They are always in an imbalanced state. So this we call the sicken attitude. Okay. Whatever they are trying to see, they are seeing in the negative lenses only. So this is sicken attitude. They are also not at peace. They are not making others also at a peaceful stage. Right? So this is a worst form of negative attitude. You can mention like that. Not sick, sicken. Yeah, tell me. Disease. Disease. It's like an infection. Dual. Ambivalent. It's a confused attitude. It's confusion. You have sometimes not have positive also, negative also. You are seeing a girl. You don't know what to react. Anna, that girl is talking nicely to you. Now you ask a friend. You tell me whether that girl is liking me or not. She is always talking to me. I have a lot of confusion in this. Positive or negative signal. That is confused. In love, we get this ambivalent attitude. Dual. Then, understood?
Ma'am, all the mental disease also comes in sicken people.
Yes, mental attitude. Actually, that is a diseased version of the people. They themselves doesn't understand they are in such a state. Okay. Something neurological disorder, we can say. Sicken attitude. Okay. How to? Confused attitude. You have to sit, aram se betiye. Then you think whether this person is good for my life or not. Understand, realize, then act. Anything. If you get that type of attitude often, you don't ask anybody. You choose for me. You choose. Then you act. Then, either it can be in the positive way or it can end up in the negative way. Life is like that. No, we learn. No, nowadays people are getting married 3 or 4 times. It doesn't matter at all. Even love 100 times. One month, next month, another girl. No, I used to see boys like that. Where is your old girlfriend? No, that is old. Ex. This is new. So not only for that, I'm saying for comic way, but anything, you get a confused attitude, you just give time for yourself. You don't go and because it may become a habit, then you don't have confidence in you. It will result in deterioration of yourself. Okay, so don't give way for that. You just sit and think for some time, choose some way. You will realize whether it is right or wrong after some time. Okay, you have to try it. You should not be fearful to try it. Yes. Ah. 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 How we can change, not in small children, how we can change for the grown-ups. Yeah, you tell me how you'll change. Some of your friends is always in negative attitude. What you will do? Continuous? You are loving them no matter what. Come here. You will say like that, no, come here. Let me love you. I'll show love for you even though you're showing hatred towards me. You have to continuously try. Okay, any other options? How will you do that? You are saying God is watching you. That way. You can, if that person is acting in the wrong way, then you can get him like that. But if he's having a negative attitude, the way he thinks itself is negative, how can we change that? How can we do it? Then we have to suggest spiritual quotient for them. First thing, the way to meditate, the way to do yoga, the way to do some skills you are involved in. Go for a walking, take fresh air, change your mind, think differently, see the world differently. Yeah. So as he said, continuously be with them. Try to, talk to them, have conversation with them in a positive manner. You say, see, what you're doing is not in the right path, not in the right way. See, me, I'm thinking in this way. Try to think in a different manner. Then your life will change. Why are you always fearful? Some people will be always fearful to do anything. Then you try to change the mentality of these people through some the methods which we have already discussed here. Okay. The awareness program has to be generated, like as some of your friends has discussed, showing them nice movies. In the movie, the way they are thinking nowadays, nice movies are coming, thinking differently about a particular issues. So those types of movies you can show them. So this will be an inspiration for them that, okay, I also should think in this manner. Why I should be always fearful to, face someone. Why I should be always egoistic in nature. Let me also be relaxed, in a relaxed position. Let me say sorry to some people. I don't know how many of you are saying sorry and thanks. Thanks, we will naturally say, thank you. We also never used to see the face. How many of you have the habit? Just taking the things, thank you. We don't want to stand 2 minutes, smile at them, then say thanks. How many of you do that like that? You're not having that habit. No, please change it. Very good. Say, actually, I saw, whenever I see her, she's in a smiley face. I thought that she would be like that. That smile brings changes to people. Even those, as he has asked, how will you change the negative attitude in the people? This is one method, the way you react to them, even though they are negative, right? So some people are sick and we cannot change. We have to take them to doctors. That is not possible. Psychologists only can cure them, okay? Now, formation of attitude. After that, we'll see another type of attitude, explicit and implicit attitude is there. So before that, we'll see the formation of attitude. How and all attitude is going to get formed for us, okay? Yes, here there comes the keyword. Each and every word is important. This you will be using in your case studies. So listen carefully. If you don't understand, ask me again. I'll explain. Formation. In the formation, first you draw the diagram like this. Then we'll explain one by one. Formation of attitude, okay? Attitude. First, cognitive foundation in the formation of attitude. Cognitive foundation. You want notes for this positive and negative? No need, no? You've written the traits and all. That's enough. I'll be forwarding some notes for you, okay? Cognitive foundation, the formation of attitude. Then, behavioral foundation in the formation of attitude. Affective foundation. Sociological Foundation in the formation of attitude. Psychological needs and attitude. As cold increases, strength decreases. Na? Thanda ho gaye na? How much degree it will go? I don't know. For the past 3 years, I'm not here at all. So how much degree it is going? Previously, it was where it goes around, drops, dips to 3 degree, 2 degree. Even now it is like that. 3 degree, 2 degree. Oh, morning. Fine. So now we'll explain one by one, cognitive foundation. I agree. Even my dogs are not coming out of the. Huh? What? No, I can't hear your voice. Me. Already it is very hard. I'm walking here and there. I'm talking. No, I'm spending some energy. So I feel very hard. Yes. We bought it from Tibet. There is a monk. You know, when we visited the monastery, he gifted a pure Sudzu for us. So there we got it from him as a gift. Then one we purchased here because that girl was alone. So we purchased a boy. And then he and they're like brothers and sisters. He is very tall. Actually, here they have given mixed variety, you know, Sidzu mixed with lasso. He is like a wild beast only. Whoever comes near us, he will go and bite. We cannot do anything for him. So we are isolating ourselves because people should not beat us. No, we are bringing up this much. For their checkup. Huh? No, huh? Your voice is not clear at all for me. Press college. Veterinary college. Yeah, Madurai. It is in Madurai, I think so. Veterinary courses. Veterinary college. Madurai, Madras Veterinary College. I don't know. I never visited that. But there we have family doctors. No, for them. They come and visit. Came from jogging directly. Had breakfast. No. Are see, don't come to my class without having breakfast. Breakfast is must know. It loses your memory. You lose your memory if you don't take breakfast. Don't be playful in that. Okay. Bring some fruits, eat in the class only. So what happens? That college is there. I don't know. I'll check. So these people travel in car only. They are not allowed in flight. So because they get heart attack, no, very small breed. So we have to take them in car. They will come along with us. For them, we have to stay 3 places. Then we have to go to Chennai. From Delhi to Chennai, we went in the same manner. From Chennai to Delhi, I told I am not coming in this manner at all. No car, nothing. I am not coming in the car. Then he booked that Kufe in Kufe there, separate compartment. And there are some people, like ministers. He adjusted them. Then their friends know, so they made arrangement. No, we have to inform them that not through when we are booking, you can book it directly. Then what you have to do is that you have to go and book them in the parcel. So if there are 2 people like husband and wife, because we never travel with our daughter. Daughter is with my father-in-law and my father. Often she is with my father only. She is in UK and she is in Malaysia. Either places she will be. We are happy, no. So that's why she used to say that. She used to say, you are not father and mother. You are mommy and daddy. She calls my father as father. So cognitive foundation. Cognitive foundations in the formation of attitude, cognitive foundation. So here you'll be seeing one by one topic. Okay. First one is, so what we are doing is we are discussing the formation of attitude. We have completed components, types, attitude. This is second unit. Okay. So first one is sensory reactions. Sensory reactions. Sensory reactions. First, let us write all the topics. Then second, you can put values. Third, instrumental or operant conditioning. Fourth, classical or Pavlovian conditioning. Observational learning.
And what is fourth? Classical.
Classical or Pavlovian, Pavlovian, Pavlovian conditioning. Okay. So we'll explain one by one now. So first we'll see the sensory reactions. So through our senses, we are perceiving things. No, we are doing that way only, right? Either we are seeing, we are listening, we are touching, we are sensing it. And then the moment we sense, we form an attitude towards that. You know what is durian? Fruit. Like jackfruit, it's a fruit. It has a pungent smell than a jackfruit. It's a fruit, durian fruit. It looks like a jackfruit out. Okay. But when you open it, the smell, it is banned to take in the transport. You cannot carry it in the public transport. You can carry only in the private transport. Okay. Not in our country, I hope so. Yeah. So in the Thailand and all, it is banned. In Malaysia also, it is banned. You cannot carry in the public transport. You can carry only in the private. That much smell it gives out. So some people doesn't like the smell. So they never want to taste the delicacy. Do you understand? So when you smell it, you form a negative attitude towards this fruit. You don't want to taste the fruit at all. This is something we call as sensory reactions. Same way you see woodworms. Have you seen woodworms? Is it beautiful? What? Source of protein, yeah. Say, for us woodworms, we see it is very ugly. We form a negative attitude the moment we see it. And if we hear that some people eat it, and we vomit the moment we hear it. So, but for them, it is a delicacy. Especially in Thailand and all, they used to eat, fry, then boil, different dishes they do with the woodworms. The moment we see it, we have a negative attitude towards it. So this is something which we call the sensory reaction, where the senses is helping to form an attitude without even we are encountering that thing. So some people even tie the mask and all. Previously, no mask, they will tie kerchief if they see jackfruit. Because the smell they don't like, they see the thorns, they don't like it. So this is sensory reaction. Then values. How values is helping to form attitudes in us. For example, last class I told you, do you remember that the divine command theory and how this there is a particular community in Tamil Nadu. So this people will try to give birth around 18 or 17 people, children and all. So single family, you imagine 3 women are there, how many children will be there? So it goes on, it continues. So these people have that type of mentality. Their value support it. Their value says that it is the right thing to do. They have to respect the God's wish. It is a God's wish. God has given these children. You should not, kill it. So this type of mentality they do have. And if you go and talk about birth control mechanism to them, what type of attitude they will have? Can you convince them to, follow this birth control mechanism? You cannot, because they have a, we can try, we can bring, change some people, but it takes a lot of effort now, because they have a strong values supporting that. So based on their values, they already form an attitude. What negative attitude towards this? They have a negative attitude towards this. So this values is also helping to form an attitude towards things. Okay. So your value systems. You see LGBTQ community. Some people, today we'll also see a case study related to that only. Some people doesn't like those people who are into this community. The reason is that their value system. You know, it doesn't mean that person is a wrong person. The person is a very good person. He's humble, he's kind, he's care, he's lovable. But why they don't like that person? Because their community has given certain value systems for them. They have borrowed that value systems from the community. According to that values, you know, these types of unnatural sex is a sin. So you don't want to mingle with those people. You have a negative attitude towards those people. So this way. Yeah, it's very good. So what happened? That is their values. That is the religious values they have borrowed. So when this value is there, they don't want to visit islands. So they never try to visit islands. I don't know now also they are following it or not, but previously they used to do. Instrumental now also they are having that custom or that religious belief. I don't think so now. Now you can't know. Sipai mutiny and all. So instrumental or operant conditioning, even that bullet which is made of pig fat or because of that beef. So they that also triggered them. So then operant conditioning or instrumental conditioning. What is this? See, now a person. It's a boy or a girl. You can consider anyone. This person is doing some act. This person has done some or involved in some after school program. Let us take like that. Helping the street children in education. Street children in education. I'm writing in short form. Okay. PGM means don't think some word. Program. Then here the moment is tell to their parents. Father with big mustache. Mother. Anna, the moment if they are trying to appreciate him, it is looking like pink or something. Anna, just write, just do something. Mother and father, that's it. I will put it for some hair for her. Otherwise, she looks very odd. Then, if this people appreciates the person's initiative, what happened? He will continue doing it in the positive way. If it is an appreciation or applause, they are appreciating. Very good. Anna, this way you have to be. We appreciate you. We are very proud that you are our son or daughter. On the other hand, if this person gets scolding, mother's eyes will come out. In most cases, it is like that only. So what happens? Negative attitude, because his behavior is not appreciated by the people, the very closed ones itself. Then what happens? This is called instrumental conditioning. So if a person is behaving in certain way and you are appreciating him, even in classes also this might happen. Some people, teachers will turn this side, they make comment. Then the friends will laugh. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Then the teacher turns back and this person will continue making it. Now the teacher became very angry. She takes some duster from the podium. The duster is made of wood. Throwing in the head, pinpoint attack. Target is achieved. Now what happened? You are in pain. So what you do? You just want to avoid this. No, you got a very bad result because the teacher caught you and you are attacked by the teacher. Now you you felt very embarrassing before your friends also. Previously your friends were very happy. They said yes, super, and they were enjoying your comment. Now everybody is laughing at you. So it put you in the embarrassing situation. Then you don't want to continue this act. So this is something called as instrumental conditioning. That is why whenever we are writing case today, I used to mention instrumental conditioning. Do you remember? That means if a person is doing a good act, you are rewarding him. Even in the way you're changing the mentality of the people, that is positive to negative mentality. I told that rewarding those who are involved, a honest officer. You are rewarding him, you are appreciating him in front of everyone. Yearly meet is there. You appreciate this. This person is so and so has achieved this success. He is very honest in his duty. In this way, you are trying to give some award for him, and now. Then what happened? He tried to be honest, and many people try to follow the same track. I also want to achieve like him, like star and all is given for me. But if you, on the other hand, if you are punishing those people who are corrupted, then what happened? They will try to reduce their behavior. No? So we are expecting. Everything comes from expectation only. Then classical or Pavlovian conditioning. What is it? Classical or Pavlovian conditioning. Pavlov is a person who has conducted this experiment. This experiment is a very popular experiment. If you are psychology student, you are somebody's psychology here? No one. Very good. So this Pavlov has conducted some experiment with dog food bell pairing. Dog food bell pairing. How many of you have dog? Very good. How many of you will put food for street dogs? All of you. Very good. I know many of people do that. No? Huh? Two? Gully dogs. Gully dogs. So this, see, there is a food. Okay. There is the bell. Let us take like this. This is the experiment. It looks odd only, but it is bell. Consider it as a bell. It is something called food. Dog will not eat simple food. We will take chicken. Chicken and bell. So this is unconditioned stimulus. No, this is conditioned stimulus. Previously, it is neutral stimulus. Okay. This will turn to be a conditioned stimulus. Neutral stimulus will change to conditioned stimulus. We will see that. This is food. Now, otherwise, you will not understand. I'll write food. This is unconditioned stimulus. Okay. Unconditioned stimulus. So what will happen is as you all are feeding, when you take chicken to the dogs, what they will do? Before they eat, saliva will come down. No, they will salivate. So unconditioned, that is unconditioned stimulus. So the moment you say, after some time you say chicken, my dogs and all, I say chicken, he will run here and there. Same way, if you sow the chicken, they will start to salivate. So that's why we gave this as unconditioned stimulus. This will stimulate the dog. Positive attitude. Now, you are presenting with neutral stimulus. Initially, you are ringing a bell, you are giving a chicken. This is a neutral stimulus. When the bell is ringing, the dog will not respond. After some days, what happens? When it is continued like this, ringing the bell, giving the food, ringing the bell, giving the food, then what happens? Ringing the bell will become conditioned stimulus. So what happened? The dog will start to salivate the moment it hears the bell, because it knows after bell is rang, they will give chicken for him. So when the bell is ringing, he will start to salivate. So this is conditioned stimulus. I am not saying. Pavlov have done the experiment and he has concluded it. If you want to give much lively example, I can say that. How many of you have that experience? I don't know. Some boys go to girl college. No, they wait in the entrance. At what time college time is 4 o'clock? Let us keep like that. Previously, they will wait. 4 o'clock, they will see the watch like this. Then the bell rings, the girl comes out. The moment the bell rings, the girl will come out immediately. Now what happens? They will see the watch. First, they will note the time. Okay, this girl is out at this time. They will turn. This happens. No, you will not stand like this to see all the girls. You stand by turning like this. And the moment the girl comes, you want to turn like this, like slowly and all. It happens like film mode. So what happens? Over the period, automatically, if the bell rings, the boy turns. No, that is Pavlovian experiment. Now, previously you turned when the girl comes. Now you turn, the bell rings. Because and the bell ring, the girl comes out. So this is unconditioned stimulus and this is neutral stimulus. This turned to be a conditioned stimulus. And why I'm saying this is that sometimes our father and mother, our close ones, our friends, or anyone, we doesn't even encounter that person. Someone comes newly to our neighborhood. We never go and interact with them. But the mother repeatedly saying, that lady, I have seen her several times. She is very adamant, I think. Very rugged woman. She don't respect anybody. Like this, if she is continuously giving some input to you, what happened? You develop some negative attitude. Or if she is giving a nice input to you, now she is very good. She always looks clean and neat. Her house also is shining and gleaming. I also has to have a word with her, very good lady. Then you develop a positive attitude. So this is something, an example which we can give for this Pavlovian experiment. Okay, so sometimes we act on the input of our closed ones without us encountering with that. Even men have this experience a lot. If suppose you are not married yet, so if you go and ask your father, that and all, before marriage only you will choose his dresses. After marriage, darling, this color looks very good on you. Honey, this is very good for you. And yes. Our father is like that. No, yes, my wife has chosen this, I will wear. Whether I like it or not, it is good on me only. I believe. This is how they do. So this is something which is, we can give as an example for all these things. Then next one, what it is? Observational learning. This is easy. You're observing and then you're learning things. Okay. So this is something which you're trying to do every time. Sometimes we never respond quickly. We just see, we watch for a few times. Then we feel, okay, fine, this is good. This is nice. And you're developing a positive attitude towards that person, or towards the thing, or towards that issues or something. Then you try to solve it, or you try to go and have a relationship with that particular person or an object. You would want to buy it or not. Okay. So this is something called as observational learning. You are observing and learning. Shall we take some definition for all these things? Yes. Write some sentences for each and everything. Sensory reaction. We form attitudes. We form attitudes about objects. Sensory reactions. We form attitudes. We form attitudes about objects based on our senses. Based on our senses, like seeing, smelling, tasting, hearing, touching. Okay, so these are some of the, like olfactory senses, we say no, these things, right? So we form an attitude based on that, right? Which leads to an evaluation. Second, values. One sentence is enough to make you remember values. For that, you can give some example. Under the sensory reaction, we have discussed in the classes, you just give some woodworms or anything, you might have encountered something in your life. You can give that as an example here. The moment you see some person, you don't like them at all. You don't know why, but you don't like. Now, sensory reactions. Values, attitudes. Sorry, values are part of our belief system. Values are part of our belief system. Okay, values are part of our belief system. And attitudes are largely influenced by the values which we have acquired within us. This acquired means, through which way you are acquiring the values. We have already seen that. Yes. Right. For this, you can also give some example like scorched earth policy. Scorched earth policy. What is it? We already gave some example like for birth control and all. Scorched earth policy. Anybody heard this word anywhere? So it's related to war. Suppose some soldier is believing in justified war theory. Just war theory is a theory. In the just war theory, there are certain principles. What are those principles? That they should not harm the innocent civilians. They should not fight those people without weapons. These are some of the principles they will follow in the just war theory. If a soldier is following a just war theory, then he will develop negative attitude towards scorched earth policy, because he has a value that he has to respect those women or children, even they belong to enemy territory, and the soldier without weapon should not be fought back. Suppose if it is there, what is scorched earth policy means? You would have heard that person, that is a soldier retreating from a place. What he will do? He will destroy all the things which will be useful for the other enemy country. No, he is retreating from the place. He will destroy everything with bombs, okay, even transport lines, anything. Okay, so that is completely a havoc which is created by this person. Indirectly, he is making that person weaponsless. Okay, so that will be formed as a negative attitude by the person who holds this theory. Okay, so another example I am giving for you. Now, operant conditioning, under that you write, an attitude forms because operant conditioning or instrumental conditioning. Okay, under that, an attitude forms because it has been, an attitude forms because it has been reinforced, reinforced through, because it has been reinforced through rewards. It has been reinforced through rewards or a pleasant experience. Rewards are a pleasant experience. Reinforced through rewards or a pleasant experience. ORR, discouraged. Reinforced through reward or pleasant experience. ORR, discouraged through, or discouraged through punishment, or discouraged through punishment. Discouraged through punishment or unpleasant experience. Okay, discouraged through punishment or unpleasant experience. Unpleasant experience. Okay, for that you can give some example. As we have done for the after school program, you can give anything. Right, then classical or Pavlovian conditioning. Classical or Pavlovian conditioning. In this, some theories will also come for attitude change also, okay? That when we are going to attitude change, I will again bring this there. So classical or Pavlovian conditioning, it is a process of behavior modification. It is a process of classical or Pavlovian conditioning. It is a process of behavior modification. Process of behavior modification by which a subject comes to respond in a desired manner, by which a subject, should I repeat? It's a process of so classical or Pavlovian conditioning, it is a process of behavior modification by which a subject comes to respond, in a desired manner, to a previously neutral stimulus, that has been repeatedly presented, along with an unconditioned stimulus. Previously repeated stimulus that has been presented along with an unconditioned stimulus. Okay. Previously neutral stimulus, desired manner to a previously neutral stimulus that has been presented along with an unconditioned stimulus that elicits, ELICITS, that elicits the desired response. That is why we have engagement before marriage. This is also another example, no? That elicits the desired response. Now, love marriage is totally different. But if it is an arranged marriage, they do engagement. Then you have some time now in between. So that what happens? Repeatedly that face is shown in front of you. Then automatically you develop a good opinion or good attitude towards them, so that you get married happily ever after. Conditioned stimulus that elicits, ELICITS, the desired response. Okay, full stop. Then next topic, observational learning. We form attitude by observing and studying about those things. Okay, so that is called observational learning. So after some time, we form an attitude. We do not respond immediately. That is
Ma'am,
observation.
ma'am,
Yes.
please repeat.
We form attitude by observing and studying things clearly. That is observational learning. Okay. So all the topics has been covered. No. Next, behavioral foundation. For behavioral foundation, what are those theories which are supporting the behavioral foundation? In this behavioral foundation, we'll see the behavioral foundation. In the formation of attitude, okay? First one, self-perception theory. It's also a type of observational learning only. We give a name as self-perception theory. Here what we do is that we never form an attitude initially about some people. In the observational learning, what we did, we observed, then we form an attitude. Same way in the self-perception theory, we are going to observe the people, then we form an attitude. Or we are not observing silently. We are talking with them. You know, you are walking in the street. Okay. So what happens? Now there is a person who lives in your neighborhood. You never have interacted with this person. But that day, this person appeared in front of you and started talking to you. Now, then when you're talking, you would have already, maybe we can even consider like this. You would have already heard a lot of things very bad about this person. You know, as I said, you form an attitude of negative attitude. Let us consider like that. Okay, through what you heard, you have a negative attitude. You have never met some persons, our Nirav Modi or so-and-so directly. You know, no, never. So then also you have a negative attitude. How? You're hearing about that person, no, you're hearing all wrong things about this person. So you form a negative attitude. Same way, you are have already formed a negative attitude of the person who's living in the neighborhood. Now this person comes to you and talk to you. The moment he starts a conversation, you feel a pretty good feeling about this person. And you smile. When you're talking, you smile and you are happy. And after he left, you feel, why I'm very happy. So that means I am having a positive feeling towards this person. Positive attitude. So you observe yourself. That is self-perception theory. You know, after you act, when you're acting, you analyze the things, then you form an attitude. And sometimes it's also used in attitude change theory, where previously you form a negative attitude, you change it to a positive attitude after interacting with the persons. From your behavior, you're trying to observe some things and form an attitude. That is self-perception. Okay. Second theory is cognitive dissonance theory. How many of you know Fox and the Grape story? Fox and the Grapes. You need break? 10 minutes. Yes, please come after 10 minutes. We'll discuss this. Phone எடுக்க மாட்டீங்களா? அப்படியா? சார்ஜர் வந்து எடுத்து நீ சொல்ல மாட்டியா? ஓ, என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க? ஆய் போயிட்டு சொல்லப்ப டீக்கலாம் மாட்டியா? டீக்கலாம் மாட்டேங்க. அப்படியா? இன்னைக்கு 27 வருது, 28 வருது தான் உட்காந்துருக்காங்க. அதனால கிளாஸ் எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கோம். சரி, இவனுக்கு போனோம், ராஜா வேற மீட் பண்ணணும் நம்ம. நீ வந்துருச்சு என்ன சொன்னா? சரி. ம் 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 ம். அப்ப அனுப்பிச்சிட்ட நீ? ம் ம். சரி. ம் ஓகே ஓகே. ஓ சரி சரி. ம் ம், ம். ஓகே ஓகே. ஆமா யூனியன் கூட்டு போக வேண்டியதானே ஹிஸ்ட்ரினா. ஹிஸ்ட்ரி தான் பார்ப்பான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இருக்காங்கல்ல அந்த சூனியக்காரனா. ஓகே ஓகே. ஓ அந்த 2 வீடியோஸ் அவனே வந்து ரிவ்யூ பண்ணுவான் போல. ம் ம். சப்ஜெக்ட் தெரியாதா இருக்கும். ம் ம், ம். சரி சரி. ஆமா சொல்லிடு நீங்க முன்னாடி இதை மாதிரி பைஜில பண்ணீங்க அப்புறம் அவன் கூப்பிடவே இல்லை அதெல்லாம் பாத்துக்கோங்க எனக்கு ஒழுங்கா பேசி ஒழுங்கா இது பண்ணி கொடு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. ம் ம். ஓகே ஓகே. அது கொடுக்கணும்ல அவன் ஒன்றும் பேசலையே நானும் பார்க்கல அவனை. அவன் தான் ரொம்ப ஈக பிடிச்சவனாச்சே. நீங்க புக்கை கொடுத்தாவது போய் பார்த்துக்கலாம்னு பார்த்தேன் அதையும் தன் தொலைய மாட்டேங்கிறானுங்க. ஆமா. அதான் அவன் சொன்னான் ஜானுவரில தான் வெளியே வரும் அப்படிங்க. அதை எப்படின்னா இயர் முடியும் போது வந்து புக் போட வேணாம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்துருப்பானுங்க. புது புக்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து ஜனவரியில ரிலீஸ் பண்ணுவோம் அப்படிங்கிற பிளான கொடுத்துருப்பாங்க. ம், ம். ஆமா ஆமா ஆமா. ம். நான்லாம் ஃபுல் டைம்லாம் எங்க போக மாட்டேன் எனக்கு கடுப்பா இருக்கு. வீட்டுல ஒரு ஆள் இருந்தா தான் வீட்டை பாக்குற மாதிரி இருக்கும். அப்புறம் டயர்டா இருக்கு. நான் ஏதாவது ஒரு சின்ன அகாடமி இந்த மாதிரி ஆஃப்லைன் மோட்ல வாஜ்ராவ் மாதிரி அகாடமினா போயிட்டு ஏதோ ஒரு அகாடமியில வந்து அசோசியேட் ஆகலான்னு பாக்குறேன். ம். அவன்கிட்ட சொல்லணும் எனக்கு கம்மியா போடு. இல்ல இல்ல அவன் கேட்கணும் நம்ம பேசுறதுல தான் இருக்கு. இத்தனை பேட்ச் எனக்கு வேண்டாம் இந்த சென்டருக்கு மட்டும் போடு அப்படின்னா நம்ம எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் ஃபேக்கல்ட்டின்னு சின்ன பசங்களை போடுவோம் மீதி எல்லா இடத்துக்கும் போய் எடுத்துட்டு வாங்க அப்படின்னு. அப்படிதான் பேசிக்கணும். அந்த ஆமா பேமெண்ட் நல்லா வருதுன்னு வச்சுக்கோ. அப்புறம் கரெக்ட் டைமுக்கு நம்ம ஏன் இது பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கணும். அது ஆன் டைம் வந்துருச்சுன்னா உனக்கு அது நல்ல அமௌண்ட் தானே. இது வந்து வெயிட் பண்ணி வாங்குறதுக்கும் ஆன் டைம்ல உனக்கு ஒரு அமௌண்ட் வருதுனாலும் அது உனக்கு பிரச்சனையே இல்லைல்ல. கண்டிப்பா அது வந்துடும் அப்படின்னு தெரியும் நமக்கு. எனக்கு அது போதும். எனக்கு ஐ எம் மோர் தென் சாட்டிஸ்ஃபைடு. ஏன்னா மாசத்துக்கு நான் 1.5 லட்சம் சம்பாதிக்கிறது பெரிய அமௌண்ட் எனக்கு. என் ஃபேமிலி எவனுமே சம்பாதிக்க மாட்டான். ஓவர் த பீரியட் அதுக்கப்புறம் நீ கொஞ்சம் ஸ்லோ ஆகும் போது நான் கொஞ்சம் என்ன இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ணிக்குவேன் அவ்வளவுதான். நான் ஆப்ஷனல்ல வந்து ரெடி பண்ணிட்டேன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. ஆப்ஷனல் நீ கொடுக்குற அந்த கிளாஸஸ் ஒரு 20 கிளாஸ் கொடுக்குறேன்னா அந்த 20 கிளாஸ் நான் எடுக்கணும்ல. ஸோ அதுக்கும் நான் டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணணும்ல. ஸோ அதை மாதிரி நம்மளை வச்சு ப்ராக்டிஸ் பண்ணிக்கிட்டோம்னாலே அது போதுமானதுதான். ரொம்ப ஆசைப்பட்டோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, அப்புறம் ஃபேமிலி டிஸ்டர்ப் ஆயிரும். கம்ப்ளீட்டாவே இப்பவே வந்து நம்ம கான்சென்ட்ரேட் பண்ண முடிய மாட்டேங்குது. அதுக்கப்புறம் பணம் சம்பாதிச்சு என்ன பண்றது? எவனோ தின்னுட்டு போறதுக்கா? நமக்கு அப்புறம் யாரு இருக்கா? சரி, வைக்கட்டா? பாய். I'm on time, no? 11:06. We left the break. 11:16. Yes. So cognitive dissonance theory. We'll start from here. So have you heard this fox and grape story? What is that? Can anyone elaborate it for me? Ah. Ah. So he left the place. Na? I left small group. Yes. So as your friends have said, the fox try to reach the grapes. I don't know whether fox will eat grapes or not. Will it eat? But in childhood days we studied like that. So we'll hang a chicken there though, then. So now the fox is trying to reach the chicken. It is not able to reach it. So what it said? It said it is chicken is sweeter, something which the taste which it doesn't like. So he said and he left the place. This is cognitive dissonance theory. So what we try to do is we always try to balance our attitude with our behavior. This has to be in balance. If we are having negative attitude, then we should move away from the person. If we are having a positive attitude, we have to move towards the person. If you're doing in the opposite manner, there is an imbalance, then we try to change our attitude. Right? So this is called cognitive dissonance theory. So we try to see that. And as we said in self-perception theory also, we may have a negative attitude, but after interacting with the person, we come to know that we like the person, we form a positive attitude. Same way, this cognitive dissonance theory is saying that whenever there is a mismatch between an attitude and behavior, we try to change the attitude according to our behavior. That is cognitive dissonance theory. For example, is fox and grape story. Then there is a hypothesis also in this particular theory, behavioral foundation, facial feedback hypothesis. Facial feedback hypothesis. So, cognitive dissonance theory. See, in cognitive dissonance theory, you form an attitude. The fox will explain clearly. The fox has positive attitude towards the grapes. So what it did, he want to eat the grapes. He tried to reach the grapes. Now, positive attitude, he is towards the grapes. Now he is not able to reach the grapes. So what happens? The behavior is not consistent with your attitude. Positive attitude, behavior is not like that. So there is some failure. The failure, no, in the case of fox, it's a failure, but in the case of humans, it's related to the actions which they perform. So when this is not mismatching the attitude which the fox has, fox had a positive attitude, his action is not according to his attitude. So he changes his attitude itself. So he thinks that the grapes is not good to eat and left the place. So this happens to us also. We try to reach a person. We like a person. We want to be their friend. We'll have as a friend. Now we try repeatedly to reach that person, but this person is not showing any sign to talk to us. Then what happens? Automatically, this very rude person here. Why I want to talk to this person? Move away from them. So there is an imbalance between our attitude and our action. No, the response which we get from the other person. So then we move and change our attitude. That is called cognitive dissonance theory. Okay. Facial feedback hypothesis. What is this? Okay. Okay, you are thinking in that manner. So in this hypothesis, they have said that our face, Anna, when we are trying to go to a movie, let us imagine like this, we are with our friends. That movie is very super duper. No. It's so stupid movie, we can call like that. Huh? You don't feel happy at all, that movie. You go inside, but you are with your friends. The friends, they make comments, they make fun, and you laugh. Then when you come out, no, somebody asks, how was the movie? Ah, very good. Movie was not good, but the way you enjoyed the movie was good. The same way, when you put your face in some position, then you listen. There will be some people, whatever joke you say, they will always hear like this. Then if somebody asking how was that program, very bad. Because you are bad. You put your face in the bad position and you are asking something. Then what happened? That type of attitude you will develop. This is a hypothesis. It is not yet proved. It's a hypothesis. The people are doing research still. So that's why. Even in movies also you have seen big grown-up people having like smiley faces watching cartoons. Then role play procedure. Role play. So they say a person who's having all this are the way you behave and then you form your attitude. Okay, so this also will come for attitude change. That is why this is behavioral foundation. After watching your behavior, you're changing your attitude or forming an attitude. So in role play procedure, what happens? Suppose that person is a chain smoker. Now he's asked to play a role. What role? That in a movie or in a drama, anything, in a school drama, in a college drama, something. A school drama is very bad, in college drama. Okay, so what happens? You are playing a role of cancer patient. Putting a big shawl, blood vomit. then after playing, rehearsal will go on, continuously it will be done. So now what happens? You are asked to perform a role where you already have a habit of smoking. Now previously you had a positive attitude towards smoking. You are continuously doing it for some style or fun. But now you feel something, after doing that role, you want to change the attitude of you. You try to reduce the number of cigarettes you are smoking per day, right? So this is role play procedure. The attitude tries to get changed. Okay, these are some of the theories which says that from the behavior also we are trying to change the attitude. We never form attitude and then behave all the times. Sometimes we behave and then we form an attitude, or sometimes the previously formed attitude is changed according to our behavior. That is two ways. There are two ways which you have to understand. One thing is that you never form an attitude, you are vague. After your behavior, you form an attitude. Or you already had formed an attitude, then after your behavior, you're changing the already formed attitude. So that is behavioral foundation of attitude. Okay. Done? Understood? Should I repeat? Okay. See, these are I'm always telling keywords. Some people are getting it. So these are called as keywords, which we are discussing now. The theories, names, Pavlovian, instrumental, these are keywords. Okay. Try to put, if you don't know how to insert in your answers, when you're writing the point, in the beginning, you write that instrumental conditioning, put a hyphen, then write the point. Okay. So that will be the best way to represent it. Yes. You can take definitions. Self-perception theory. Self-perception. Sometimes we observe our behavior. Sometimes we observe our behavior and figure out. Sometimes we observe our behavior and figure out our attitude. And figure out our attitude based on what we have done. What we have done or what we are doing. What we have done or what we are doing. Okay, so this is self-perception theory. What we have done or what we are doing. Self-perception theory. Cognitive dissonance theory. Cognitive dissonance theory. Under that, cognitive dissonance theory, under that, we strive for consistency between, we strive, S-T-R-I-V-E, we strive for consistency between our attitudes and our actions. We strive for consistency between our attitudes and our actions. And when the two do not match, when the two do not match, comma, we may form, when the two do not match, we may form new attitude, we may form a new attitude to coincide. We may form new attitude to coincide with our past actions. When the two do not match, we may form a new attitude to coincide with our past actions. Okay. Yes. You can also write below that fox grape story and all, so that you'll easily remember when you are studying. Form new attitude to coincide with our past actions. So coincide with our past actions. Facial feedback hypothesis. You completed cognitive dissonance, and now you give heading facial feedback hypothesis. Facial feedback hypothesis. It holds that, this theory holds that holding our facial muscles in the pose of an emotion. Holding our facial muscles in the pose of an emotion will cause us to, in the pose of an emotion will cause us to experience that emotion. Holding our facial muscles in the pose of an emotion will cause us to experience that emotion. Okay, this is an hypothesis. It is not yet proved. Then role play procedure. Role-play procedure. Fourth one. Role play procedure. That's why in our houses and all, the elders used to say, no, don't put your hands below your chin like this. Yes, they used to say like this. Why? It doesn't mean that they say the entire house will divide into two. It doesn't mean like that. That means you are always unhappy. And if you're unhappy, how the social relationship will flourish? Family is a social community, community living together. And if you're unhappy always, your wife will not be happy with you. Role play procedure. Put a hyphen and write. Like giving personal testimony. Personal testimony, comma. Taking on. Giving personal testimony, comma. Taking on another person's perspective. Or even play acting. Play hyphen acting are the ways by which this another person's perspective. No, this also comes under role play procedure. Why? Suppose you are fond of chocolates. You eat a lot of chocolates, sweets. Okay, let us take like that. But one of your family member has got high sugar content. Suddenly they went to hospital to check up. They found out that they have higher sugar in the blood. And automatically what you will do? Your hand goes near the chocolate, then it will retrieve automatically. You have the fear, putting yourself in that person's place, how he is suffering, how she is suffering because of that. And we try to control ourselves. That's why we have mentioned on another person's perspective also here. Okay. Or even play acting are the ways by which people will come to form attitude. Will come to form attitude based on their behavior. Full stop. Okay. So what and all is left over? Another one thing, that is emotional, affective component is there, no? Affective foundation, the formation of attitude. For this, we will take affective foundation. Affections, it's related to emotions. So there are two theories which is supporting this concept. One is evaluative conditioning. Okay. Second is mere exposure. Evaluative conditioning and mere exposure. Evaluative conditioning. So this, in the evaluative conditioning, we form an attitude towards a particular object when that object coincides with our positive or negative emotions. Do you get it? You will not get it. I'm going to give an example. Then you will understand. See, you are with your friend. You are in a very good mood. School days friend. You forgot everything. You were chatting. Yeah, you know, in the school we used to do this, that. Now you are in a very good mood. Now you come to meet a stranger, somebody from your office. Now you, in the same mentality, you are in your office. Let us put like this. Now you are in the office. Your team member has come to you. He is newly joined. You are in a very good mood. Then on that same time, he has entered the office. He has come as a team leader. You have to engage with him. So you see him. Arey, welcome to our team. Come on. Chalo, like join. And then you are engaging with him in a positive mentality only. So positive attitude, because you are in a good mood. Now you have met your ex in the way. Your ex is happy. No, that is the thing. Meeting ex is not important. Your ex is very happy. Now it creates fire inside you. You are happy. Now fire is burning. Negative attitude. You are going to the office. Now a new joiner has come. Go and sit. Nah, go. He will teach you. There you are interested to teach him on your own. Come on, chalo, come. I'm inviting you to the team. I'll tell what and all you have to do. But here now, you don't want to engage with this person. So that your mood decides your attitude. That is why we have put emotions here. Okay, emotional conditioning, where our emotions play our part and helps to form an attitude without us thinking in the other way. So emotions is clouding our vision completely. We don't know about the person at all. He's a new joining. He has come with a lot of expectations. Then the mood, with this mood, we are trying to respond in positive way or in a negative way to the person. Okay, so this is something which is called evaluative conditioning. Okay, then mere exposure. Can you give the example? You will have a lot of experience in this. Continuously getting exposed to the same father and mother. You develop positive attitude or you develop a negative attitude? No. Same way in life, we are exposed to some places a longer time. No, some school. Maybe your father and mother is a government officers. Let us put like that. Then what happens? You will frequently travel. So you have to change schools. You have to change college sometimes. So then you go with a very blunt face in the first day. The mother and father engage you. Yes, come on. Then you say, every year and every 2 years, you're doing the same thing to me. Arey, come on, take me to the school. This is what you're going to do. You're going with very long face. After going to school, you're fond of the school. After some time, you're exposed to that environment. Then there are a lot of friends who comes and talks to you in a nice manner. Then you develop, this is something which is associated with your emotions, your feelings. And then you develop an attitude accordingly. You may do not like it, you may like it. So it goes in two ways. Right. So this is two theories which is supporting this affective foundation of formation of attitude. You want notes? Yes, take that. Evaluative conditioning. It occurs when we form attitude towards an object. It occurs when we form attitude towards an object. Object means here everything, okay? Don't mention some object, lifeless thing, okay? Object, because our exposure to them. The object, because our exposure to them coincided with a positive or negative emotion. Because our exposure to them coincided with positive or negative emotion. Okay, negative emotion. Mere exposure, negative emotion. For that, you can give some example also. Just for your remembrance, you write some example. We have discussed something like that.
Ma'am, please repeat. After coincided.
Coincided with a positive or negative emotion. With a positive or negative emotion, okay? Yes. So you just give some example there, okay? Otherwise, you will never remember what we have discussed here in the classes. After some times, I'm telling you, not now. After 2 months or 3 months, you will completely forget. Mere exposure. When we see the same object, okay, when we see the same object repeatedly, this will be in the case of a person or an object, okay? Person, place, or an object. When we see the same object repeatedly, okay, same object repeatedly, we generally form attachment or non-attachment towards that object. Attachment or non-attachment towards the object. So you will say it depends on the object. No? Right. Factor, then next foundation is sociological foundation in the formation of attitude. In the sociological foundation, we have to see what is sociological foundation in the formation of attitude. For that, group affiliation. First is group affiliation, okay? I think some online students are doing it, I hope so. Nah, I think they are writing on the screen or something like that. No. Sociological foundation for that. This one, I thought it's for erasing. No. In small days, we used to have no pen, then a pencil, then one rubber. We eat that rubber, na? Sociological foundation. What is that? Group affiliation. Oh, that's why I hear sounds. Even then, I face the same problem only. Okay. So, and even this is the shape like we hold. No, that's why I thought, okay, this side I have to put. Affiliations, group affiliation. So, as we have already discussed, there are two groups we know, peer groups and reference group. Do you remember that? So, here we are going to consider both. Based on that, our attitude is formed. Okay. So, first, group affiliations. Here, two words we have to remember. One is attitudinal homogeneity. Attitudinal homogeneity means all the members of the group form the same attitude. Attitudinal homogeneity. Okay, all the members of the group are here. Forms the same attitude. The reason, okay. See, in the group affiliations, we are a social animal. Man is a social animal. He wants to live in a group. If he wants to live in a group, he wants to live in a harmonious relationship. In the harmonious relationship, they want a group cohesion. Cohesion means togetherness. Okay, you want to live together. Group cohesion. So what we do, we try to adopt the values, attitudes, beliefs, opinions of our group members. We try to follow them as accordingly in order to get conformity within the group. Otherwise, we have a feeling that we have a fear that we may get rejected. In the family itself, you would have, observed these things. If the father and mother is telling something, we accept it, then there will be a smooth relationship. If not, no, only this girl I like. This boy only I like. Then what happens? Automatically, there will be some inconsistencies there, between the attitude of them and attitude of us. So because of this, we may, in the fear, get rejected from the group. We may get alienated in some cases. So what happens? Automatically, they try to behave according to the group. That is group conformity. That is why if two members in a group are doing, in the college, what do you do? What do you tell that? Ragging. Some 5 members are there in the group. 2 or 3 are involving in ragging. All the 5 will sit in the same place only. They will not run away. No, I don't like, I will not come for ragging the juniors. I am not sitting here. You will not tell that. Because if you are doing, then you may get that feeling that you may get rejected from the group because you are not acting according to the group. So that we form an attitude based on the group's feelings also. It may be a peer group. Peer group means it is related very closely, associated very closely. Our blood related group, family members, or our friends. All these are called as peer groups. Then reference group means a group which we want to be a member. That is called reference group. You know, sometimes we aspire to become one. You aspire to become a scientist. We aspire to become a sports person. We aspire to become a richest person. No, it happens. So what we do, we try to observe these people and try to behave them like them only. So what and all they do, we develop a positive attitude towards that. And what and all they are not doing. You know, if you want to be a rich person, previously you walk along with your friend, eat street foods, travel by e-rickshaws, happy, you know, enjoying happily. Now you see that person going by Benz. Then you feel, no, I also should not do this. I will behave in this manner only. I want to behave like a rich person. You develop positive attitude towards something which makes you, which improves your dignity, which improves your prestige. You feel that it is improving your prestige in this manner. But on the other hand, you develop a negative attitude towards those things, not eating the food which is there in the street. You know, this and all, I get allergy here. I am not used to it. Huh? Previously, you are there. Every time you are sitting and eating. But now you are saying in that manner. Huh? So this is something called as group affiliation. And why we say attitudinal homogeneity? Because the group members receives the same kind of information. And second thing is they are closely associated. That is why I told you. If two members are in one direction and another member is in the another direction, then what happens? There will be no relationship with the people. No cohesion. There is lack of cohesion. So we try to always act according to the group. We say it in the same direction. That's why our attitude is also formed accordingly, even though we like it or not. It is that the case. Then cultural factors. Second thing is cultural factors. So how cultural factors can help in the formation of attitude? Already we have discussed it in the classes. How it is helping in formation of attitude? Like, okay, fine. Louder. I don't hear it at all. Now, where we live, you know, the place we live, we have certain tradition, we have certain custom which we follow. Then automatically we develop a positive attitude towards those things. You know, we suppose we are from the Western countries. There, everything is casual, everything is normal. Talking to a boy and a girl, talking separately, sitting separately, friendly, touching and talking, nothing is wrong. Okay, but you go to deep south. What happens? If a boy in the classroom itself, they used to say, girls, one line, boys, another line. Girls should not see boys, boys should not see girls. Then automatically what happened? They are inducing these people, go talk. And if you are allowing them freely, they will be friends. They will be talking. They know how to talk and how to behave properly. But it is not happening, especially in the south and all. There is a tradition. It's a custom that even the father talking to the daughter, they will not touch the daughter. Even the brother talking to a sister, he should not touch the sister. Nowadays, everything has changed because westernization has entered into our country. And now people are moving from south to north to south. And not completely to India to west to India. So we have changed our mentality, but previously it was there. So what happens? They develop positive attitude towards those types of behavior and negative attitude towards these types of behavior, right? Done. Fine. You take some notes for this group affiliations. An individual group affiliation. Under that, an individual adopts. An individual adopts the values. An individual adopts the values, common norms. An individual adopts the values, common norms, opinions, values, common norms, opinions, beliefs, and way of behavior. Beliefs and way of behavior, in order to become an acceptable member, of that group. Because following the line, suggested by the group, is rewarding. because following the line suggested by the group is rewarding. Rewarding, full stop. This affects the attitude formation. This affects the attitude formation. Okay. You want definition for primary group also? Reference group, primary group? No need.
Ma'am, this affects the
This affects the attitude formation. Then reasons for attitudinal homogeneity. The word is here. Mention this. Attitudinal homogeneity. When you are writing your answers, you can use this word, attitudinal homogeneity. What are the reasons? First, what is attitudinal homogeneity? All the members of the, inside the bracket, attitudinal homogeneity, you mentioned what it is. All the members of the group develop similar attitudes. All the members of the group develop similar attitudes. Okay, inside the group, you can mention that. That is attitudinal homogeneity. Okay. So what the reasons for attitudinal homogeneity? Mention one. So all the members of the group develop similar attitudes. That is attitudinal homogeneity. The reasons for attitudinal homogeneity then. Reasons for attitudinal homogeneity. Point number one. Since primary groups are closely internet. Primary groups are closely internet. INTERKNIT, internet, okay? Internet, not internet. Internet, comma, intertwined, I'm saying about that. Internet, comma, members face too much pressure. Members of the group face too much pressure. Members of the group face too much pressure for conformity within the group. Face too much pressure for conformity within the group. Second reason, all members of primary group written, first point written, or should I repeat again? Okay. So since primary groups are closely internet, comma, members of the group face too much pressure. Members of the group face too much pressure for conformity within the group. Second point. All members of the primary group receive similar or same information. All members of the primary group receive similar or same information. Full stop. So they are most likely, full stop and continue. They are most likely to process and analyze. They are most likely to process and analyze the information in more or less similar fashion. Okay, more or less similar fashion. This is also one of the reasons why we have attitudinal homogeneity. Okay. And very recently, the Wildlife Protection Act bill was introduced in the parliament. Is it or not? So no, not following a newspapers. It is introduced. Keep an eye for that. We are going to, write the prelims this year, because not only act are asked in questions, bills are asked. Okay, bill they will ask. Even if it is not forming an act, even if it is not ending up as an act, it is pending as a bill, question will come for you. Okay, in prelims. So mostly you will only do act, you will leave the bill. From bill also question appears. Then cultural factors for that. Cultural factor.
Ma'am, can you repeat the last line?
Yeah, done. All members of the primary group receive same information that you have written. No, so they are more likely to process and analyze the information. They are more likely to process and analyze the information in more or less similar fashion. Written? Okay. Cultural factors under that. Every society has its culture. Okay, every society has its culture, and every society has its culture, and every culture has its traditions. Every society has its culture, and every culture has its tradition, comma, norms, 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 comma, values, norms, comma, values, comma, religion, etc. etc. Studies reveal that, full stop and continue. So every society has its culture, and every culture has its tradition, norms, values, religions, etc. Studies reveal that people, reared, brought up, reared, REARED, reared in different cultures. Studies reveal that people reared in different cultures, exhibit different attitudes, Okay, exhibit different attitudes. For example, you can mention this, a marriage proposal between first cousins, where they are accepting this. A marriage proposal between first cousins is viewed favorable in Muslim community. They accept it. Okay, a marriage proposal between first cousins is viewed favorable in Muslim culture, while in marriage proposal between first cousins is viewed favorable in Muslim culture, while in Hindu culture it is viewed with disdain. Okay, while in Hindu culture it is viewed with disdain. So our attitude changes. Eating of veg and non-veg. In certain community caste, we are not accepting the non-veg, but in certain caste, they are consuming it. So it differs, the attitude differs accordingly. Right? Then now, one more is remaining, that is psychological needs and attitude formation. Psychological need. Needs hierarchy theory. Maslow's is the largely accepted needs hierarchy theory, is given by Maslow. Maslow's need hierarchy. So I will explain with Maslow theory. There are a lot of needs hierarchy theory. But we will take Maslow's needs hierarchy theory. Okay. What do you know about Maslow's needs hierarchy theory? In most of the optionals, you will be coming across this person. Maslow's needs hierarchy theory, you will find in many options, public administration, political science, sociology, everywhere you will be there. Maslow's need hierarchy theory. So there are, according to him, there are 5 needs. He has arranged one and only problem, which is that he arranged it in order. But sometimes it does not happen like that. Okay. So this is called as the physiological needs or basic needs. Okay, we call this as physiological or basic needs. If you don't know, I am writing. Otherwise, I'll ask you to say. Second, security needs. Third, social needs. Fourth, prestige. Fifth, self-actualization. They will not say this is need. They just mention in Maslow's theory, you will only mention as self-actualization. It's a stage, the topmost stage a person can reach. So this is Maslow's need hierarchy theory. What is need? Need means what? What you require, that is need. No, what you want, what I want, that is need. So according to Maslow's needs hierarchy theory, there are 5 stages a man goes through. First is physiological needs, the basic needs like food, water, dress, shelter. All these are basic needs a person requires. So he says, actually his theory, he says that once it is satisfied, then he skips to like a penguin, moving to one step, it moves like man moves like this. But man is not like that. Man cannot be predicted at all. Not predictable at all. So see, I will explain only the needs here for you. So this is called physiological needs. And suppose security needs means job. Next step, you got everything. You got food. You got dresses. You got a house. That is a place to reside. Now you want some security for your life. That is job, which you have to continuously get these basic needs. How will you continuously get the basic needs? If there is some job with you, some business, something which is assuring you some money, okay, returns. Then social needs, after all this is satisfied, it goes for love. And the moment I say love, everything got vanished. Needs. Love. Now, next stage, he forms his own family. Okay. Then that means he needs someone for his life. Some support he needs for his life. Then comes prestigious needs. After that, everything. He only looks after his prestige, dignity. Who I am. I have everything. So that type of dignity which comes to his mind. Now, prestigious needs. Self-actualization. Many people stop here. Till this they come. They keep some goal, they achieve it. Then they say, they always talk about that only. I am so and so. These are my achievement. But that self-actualization stage is reached by only few people. They used to say that the positive mentality people, the people with good emotional intelligence only can achieve the self-actualization goal. What is self-actualization? I'm going to murder. Self-actualization means moksha. Every people, I am talking about a normal man like you. You would have heard about some person who has achieved great success in their life. Some businessman who has achieved great success. Why? Self-actualization goal. That is the life.
Was left with no desires.
Life with no desires. Life goal. It's a life goal, the topmost goal of your life. If they're asking you, they used to ask you, what is your short-term goal and what's your long-term goal? That long-term goal means it's a self-actualization goal. That is an actual meaning. Somebody is asking you long-term goal. What is your self-actualization goal? What is your self-actualization goal? So very few people form this goal and try to achieve it. Okay. So like the one who is controlling India. Yesterday also we are talking about that popular personality becoming the major shareholder. Now he owns it. NDTV owns it. Previously he was a shareholder, now owns it. Everywhere he enters like a camel entering a tent. Putting the nose inside, then face, then body, then pushing the herder outside and living inside. Same way it is happening. No, everywhere people will come like this. Self-actualization goal. Actually, that is a goal which a person pursues in his life. So now we will compare this with our attitude. Right. Suppose, see, this is physiological need, no, basic need, which we have mentioned. You are walking in the road. We have already used this example in class. You are finding some notes, money lying down. Take 500 rupees note. Not much, not low, not less, 500 rupees. So you are walking, a person is walking in the road. Now, if you see this money, if he is walking in the road and he is in need of that money, that is even his physiological need is not satisfied, he's hungry, he don't have any job, he don't have anything, but now he want to eat. Now he see the money. What he will do? He will take it and he will form a positive attitude to use the money. But if a person is getting down from Porsche, the luxury car I'm talking about, Porsche or Poshak, something, posh. He get down from that. We can leave that Posh or Posh. Come to Lamborghini. Come to Benz. So nowadays even everyone is owning that. So he gets down from that, and the moment he sees this money, will he touch that money? Even if his kerchief, which is bought for 1,500 or 2,000 rupees, he will never, if it falls down, if he gets down, immediately, accidentally it fell down, he will never pick it up. Chalo, go. I will get another one. How will I bend to take this one? This type of mentality, yes, because prestige is important for him. Somebody watch me. I bend to take this money, or I bend to take my own kerchief. Even if his own note falls down, he will never take it. So that is attitude. Based on your need, your attitude gets changed. A person is hungry, he goes and steals food. We saw in Kerala, he got killed, by the people. They bet him and killed. If he is not poor, why he is going to steal food? So that's why the need also decides the attitude of a person. Stealing. How you are trying to steal? Because you are in need. You are trying to stealing at least, then helping the people. So that's why we say this needs also plays the part in attitude formation. Done? Right. Now we'll go to the next topic. I think we'll stop here with the attitude. We'll take a case study now. Okay. Yes. Take the question for a case study. Needs, I think no need for definition. You have taken this diagram now. So based on your needs, your attitude also changes. The attitude of a person also changes based on his need. Okay. Done. Yes.
Ma'am, just dictate self-actualization.
Self-actualization, what I can dictate. It's not an optional class, but you take self-actualization. It's the topmost life goal a person pursues in his life. Put a hyphen and write. It's the topmost life goal which a person pursues in his life. Okay. The life goal, the last goal in your life. Yes, I want to ask some interesting answer I want to receive from you. What is your life goal? Don't say I want to become an IAS officer. Please don't say that nonsense. That is your goal. Okay. That is your mean. What type of product it is? Traditional sarees. Okay, it's from your place. So you belong to which place? Hooghly. Oh, okay, okay. You're from West Bengal. Okay. So what is the unique of that product? It's a cotton. It's which fabric it is? Cotton or silk or which one? Cotton. Okay. So the uniqueness is in the what you're saying, the border. Oh, it's decorative. So they are doing with handwork. It is handwork, handloom saree then. Okay, good. So like this, you do have any ambition in your life? So maybe this is the inspiration for this person to become to success in that particular field. Like this, you must pursue some life goal in your life. Okay, goal which has to be achieved only by you. That type of goal is called life goal, and it's the last goal which every person has. Now, that's why some people are very successful in their career. Without life goal, we cannot be successful. Okay, we can only reach the top. That's it. Then there is no turning back. You live like that. But if you have life goal, you will achieve greater success than this. Once the Apple founder was wandering there in Himalayas. You know that, no? He used to come here to Himalayas often. Then he found Apple. Not that Apple. Einstein, an apple fell on his head. He found something. For this, I don't know what fell on his head. He found Apple. Okay, then what fell on his head? We thought like jackfruit or something would have fell, he would have gone to heaven or hell. At least it is apple. Okay. Yeah, that's not this is the way he would not discovered. Even I don't know whether the Eureka story also, it's right. Okay, fine then. I don't know how many people are dead that day. Archimedes. He ran without dress outside. That's why I was wondering whether that is true or wrong. These people have manipulated things, but it is true, it seems. Oh, okay, okay. Good, good. Right, take down the question. Clinical social worker. A clinical social worker has been, when you're writing, read this. Okay, so you have to tell the facts from this. Clinical social worker has been treating a clinical social worker has been treating a 25-year-old man, 25-year-old man for depression, 25-year-old man for depression and anxiety, ANXIETY. Okay, full stop. Done till this. In the fourth session, the client reveals that. The client reveals that he is a gay. The fourth session, the client reveals that he is a gay, comma, GAY, gay, and, comma, and that he has not, and that he has not come out inside double quotation, okay, come out to his family, and that he has not come out to his family, full stop. He states that he has been involved in a committed monogamous monogamous relationship with another man, committed monogamous relationship with another man, comma, and is contemplating marriage, contemplating, contemplating marriage, full stop. He is seeking counseling around this issue. He is seeking counseling around this issue. Okay, full stop. The social worker belongs to a faith tradition. Social worker belongs to a faith tradition that believes. The social worker belongs to a faith tradition that believes that homosexuality, is a sin. Homosexuality is a sin, sin. Homosexuality is a sin, comma, and whose leaders, homosexuality is a sin, comma, and whose leaders, that religious leaders, no, whose leaders have been prominent, in opposing, same-sex marriage, same-sex marriage, in opposing same-sex marriage, full stop. In opposing the same-sex marriage, full stop. Have we done till this? Should we repeat some line? Over. Same-sex marriage, full stop. The social worker, comma, who had up to this point believed, the social worker, comma, who had up to this point believed that treatment was going well. Up to this point believed that treatment was going well. Comma. Believed that treatment was going well, comma, is concerned that his own religiously based objections to homosexuality. Will interfere. Objections to homosexuality will interfere will interfere with this ability, will interfere with this ability to provide, will interfere with this ability to provide unbiased, with this ability to provide unbiased, ability to provide unbiased mental health, ability to provide unbiased mental health treatment services, mental health treatment services, full stop, mental health treatment services, full stop. The social worker contemplates, the social worker contemplates informing, the social worker contemplates informing the client, contemplates informing the client that he will have to, contemplates informing the client that he will have to transfer him, to another therapist, full stop. So this is the case now. This is the case. What are the questions we are going to write? You have to write below. Okay, so what is the case? No, I'm asking what is the case, not answers for all these things. Okay, attitudinal problem. That is the core. Na? So attitude which you hold. So what is the case saying? He comes to know, not knowing is different. He comes to know. After he comes to know, he doesn't want to treat him further. Nah. So the doctor who's a counselor, who's giving counseling sessions for this person. Now, after coming to know the truth about this person, he doesn't want to continue his treatment. So based on some faith, his tradition, his traditional values is stopping him to do so. This is the case. Now write the question. List out the ethical dilemmas. List out the ethical dilemmas in the above case. List out the ethical dilemmas in the above case. Ethical dilemmas in the above case. First question is this. Second question. In what ways is IAS is role morality? In what ways is role morality evident or not evident? Evident or not evident in the above case? Question mark. In what ways is role morality, ROLE, role morality evident or not evident in the above case? Question mark. Explain. After the question mark, put explain. Third question. Do you think role morality would be ethically permissible? Do you think role morality is ethically permissible in this situation? Question mark. Do you think role morality is would be ethically permissible in this situation? Question mark. Role morality would be ethically permissible in this situation? Question mark. Why or why not? Why or why not? Done? How many questions has come? 3 questions. Then fourth question.
And please, second one. Question second.
Second question. So what was your second question? In what ways is role morality evident or not evident in the above case? Evident or not evident in the above case? Explain. That is second question. Third question is, do you think role morality would be ethically permissible in this situation? Why or why not? Ethically permissible in this situation? Why or why not? That is another one question. Yes. Do you think the fourth question, do you think mental health providers have the freedom? Do you think mental health providers have the freedom to select, who they wish to treat Do you think mental health providers have the freedom to select who they wish to treat, on the basis of their own values, or beliefs? On the basis of their own values or beliefs? Question mark. Why or why not? Why or why not? Okay. So we will solve one by one question. So this done. Basis of their own values or beliefs? Question mark. Why or why not? Okay. So what is your first question? List out the ethical dilemmas in the above case. So what are those ethical dilemmas you find in this above case? There is one strong ethical dilemma which is out. Yes, what is it? Your own interest coincided with your duty, with your professional ethics. So you can mention the ethical dilemmas. First question, you are going to write the answer. Just write versus. No, one word versus another word. In this pattern, you write the ethical dilemma. Like this, it has to be. You can write objectivity versus bias, professional. Like this, you have to write, okay? Professional ethics versus individual ethics or values. You can mention like that. Or you can also mention this as personal, individual or personal. Okay, like this, you have to write the ethical dilemmas. So first you write this, put a line, and if you want, you can explain. Objectivity versus bias, put a line. Then you write that it is as a duty of the doctor that you have to write, like that pattern you have to do it. Objectivity versus bias means what? Here the doctor has to be objective in nature. He should not have prejudice feeling over the patient whom he is treating, because this profession is in such a way that here you are not going to choose between your patients. You know, as a doctor, you have to provide service to all those who are suffering from the problems. So that's why we have mentioned objectivity. This is an ethical dilemma which is noticed here. Objectivity versus biasness. Then professional ethics versus personal values. Here, personal values comes in conflict with the professional duty or professional ethics. So we are mentioning this line. Okay, this is how you have to write the ethical dilemma. If they are asking ethical issues, you can write as a sentence. If they are asking list out the ethical dilemmas, then you have to write as two values, how it comes into contract with each other. Okay, so this is the way you can write it. You can also write duty versus personal values. Even that you can mention. So anything, any two you can choose, and then you can give here ethical dilemma. Freedom versus duty, duty versus personal values. Like this, you can mention it. Okay. Freedom means he is free to choose his own values or decisions, but duty comes first. So versus duty, like this, you have to write. So a clinical social worker has to maintain objectivity in the process of treatment. That you have to keep in mind. Okay. Below this, you write an ethical dilemma in the above case. An ethical dilemma in the above case arises. An ethical dilemma in the above case arises when the ethical dilemma in the above case arises when the religious beliefs, when the religious beliefs of the social worker,
Ma'am, please repeat.
and the ethical dilemma in the above case arises when the religious beliefs of the social worker, can I say like this in this mode? This space is okay? Okay. Of the social worker interfere with the duty of all healthcare professionals. Interfere with the duty of all healthcare professionals to provide to provide optimal service, to provide optimal service to clients, optimal service to clients, and optimal service to clients, and inside bracket you write non-maleficence. Act in non-maleficence and act in non-maleficence. What is non-maleficence? Do no harm. Good. So in spite of writing do no harm, you can write non-maleficence because you know the word. So this is how you have to use it, utilize it in your answers. Okay. So now you answer the second question. Who knows what is meant by role morality? There's a question, no? Second question. What is the second question? In what ways is role morality evident or not evident in the above case? So what is role morality first?
As a practitioner, as a clinical practitioner, his morality is to serve the patient.
So what is coming to say role morality means if you are performing certain role, based on that role, you follow certain principles. That is role morality. That is okay with some profession. That is not okay with some other profession. That is our argument here. Okay, so in some cases, the politician says that my role as a politician, I have certain principles. I can kill 50 people to help 500 people. Anna. So because he is doing politics in such a manner, so that he is also substantiating his act in that manner. So role morality comes both ways, in negative ways also, in positive way also. So first, right, what is role morality? What is role morality? It is a tendency, one line only, the definition for that. It is a tendency we have to use, different moral standards. It's a tendency that we have to use different moral standards, for the different roles. Different moral standards for the different roles we play in the society. Different moral standards for different roles we play in the society. Okay, we play in the society. So now you answer the question. What was the question? Please, okay, please, I'll repeat. I think her network is in problem. Every time she comes, it's drags. It's a tendency that we have to use different moral standards for the different roles. We use different moral standards for the different roles we play in the society. Different moral standards for different roles we play in the society. Done? Yes. So now you answer the question. What was the question? Is evident or not evident now? So can you see role morality in the above case or not? No. Because as a doctor, he is not following his role morality. You may, I know that. You may question that, as a person who is holding his religious value, but what is the situation? What is the situation? Socially, no, as a doctor, now the situation is he has to perform as a doctor. When he's performing as a doctor, there is no role morality at all. So role morality is not evident in the above case. Okay, you have to mention like that. No, what you are asking again? Okay. He is not performing, doing not harm is not, the case is not related to that. What is the case? See, he is a social worker who has collected the information from the client. Now the person has trusted you, he has given all the information to you. So you should have not started the treatment for him initially only. You have started the treatment. Now you are continuing the treatment. In meantime, you come to know that this person is belonging to LGBTQ community. Suddenly you want to drop it. Now what happens? The trust gets break. You are harming the patient. It doesn't mean that you are not harming the patient. You are harming the patient mentally, no? You are harming him. You are hurting his feelings. No, that is the main thing. Second thing is that it is not a good thing to do. As a doctor, you should not, that is why the first line we written, you should not, treat the patient on a biased manner. No, any patient may come to you. You cannot simply say that after studying the status of the patient, I cannot treat you because I may do wrong. Then why you came to a doctor? Why you came to that profession? You came to that profession, you have to follow the steps of that profession, right? So role morality is not evident in the above case. Done. So you have to write that way. Each and every question has to be addressed in the case study. No, It is not evident. Then what was the second question? Explain. Why you have to explain for that. Here only the morality of his religious values is evident. Where he has to show in the religious community. In his community, he has to show that. That is role morality. But in the profession, he should not show his religious values. Okay, so role morality is not evident here. You have to explain it, right? Then, what is the next question? That question got completed or not? Do you think role morality would be ethically permissible in this situation? Yes. Do you think it is ethically permissible? Huh? Why? It is his duty to cure people. Okay. Actually, as a doctor, you have to stick to certain codes which you have to follow in your life. Even though you have your own beliefs in your life, you have to stick to certain things in order to cure the patient. Generally, to say you should not have two different roles, bifurcating roles in your life. It is totally a wrong thing to do so. But in spite, if you cannot avoid it, it is with you for a longer time. You cannot come out of it. At least you have to follow the role morality in order to perform your duty. So role morality is ethically permissible in these types of situations. Okay, is ethically permissible, right? Then, what is the next question? Why or why not? For that, we have given the answers. What is the last question in this case study? Do you see why I am saying I am only giving the answers for you? You are going to frame the answers and forward to me. Okay. Do you think you have to do it in the structured and organized format? Do you think mental health providers should be mental health providers have the freedom to select who they wish to treat on the basis of their own values or beliefs? Then definitely it is no. No, based on their value systems, they cannot choose the patients, right? Why or why not? You're explaining that only. So for that, I'll give an answer in the class tomorrow. In meantime, you try. Okay. So something which you have to write for this particularly. So we'll finish with this today. So case study, this, what is the number of case study? This case study? Sixth. Okay, fine. So we'll meet tomorrow then. We'll continue from that. Okay. Thank you all.